Phil and Coach Bruce and Mark and myself, Wanda, and golly, a bunch of other folks have kind of joined forces to try to do a project to support our old high school where we grew up. We're all still fond of where we came from, very proud of that, and so it's our chance to give a little something back. So it's going well, and the coolest thing about it is all of us in here together making music that we all love to do, and this is it's a lot of fun for me. I'm sure enjoying it. Oh shoot, a lucky guy from the beginning. You know, I got to write with Max D. Barnes. I got to write with Whitey Schaefer, Jim McBride. When I got into making music, being on the road and recording my own records, opened up for Reba McEntire. You know, Hank Williams Jr., Ricky Van Shelton, Patty Loveless, Garth Brooks, Connie Smith.
They go on and on.
It goes on and on. I've been a lucky guy. I've had a great opportunity to see a lot of super talent. You know, playing the clubs, playing the honky tonks, especially after you've been in the business for a while and you realize there are parts of it that are business and don't have a lot to do with music, you really long for those days when you're down at Medlock's, standing on stage and somebody's calling off the next song that they want to hear you play. You know, and those were great days. I never forget them. And when I get the chance to reminisce with my old pals that I played with back home, and we always talk about that stuff. And there's a lot of them still doing it. You know, I often think of them at night when I'm getting ready to hit the stage, knowing they're down there on break right now, doing their 20, getting ready to do their 40. I guess that's how it still goes, and still having a good time. At the end of the night, you get to pack up and go home instead of another 600 miles from home. You know, some folks may not realize, but actually my career in music started with entertaining the military. The first thing I ever did before I ever played a single note in the United States, I got on a C-141 with Bob Hope and went to Saudi Arabia to entertain our troops in the Persian Gulf. And that's kind of where my career kicked off. So me and the military, well, that's nothing new. There's a 20-year-old friendship right there, and you know, I cherish that. Every year we go back to Afghanistan or Iraq, you know, and hang out with the guys and gals that are looking out after our freedom. It's a blessing to go over there and see them firsthand and what they do and just how courageous and highly professional they are. I came here 25 years ago. Was on the major labels about 20 years ago, and this year makes 20 years in the biz, professionally doing it, I say. And before that, songwriter, and before that, back in South Carolina, where all of us came from, you know, playing the honky tonks. It's about right up on 30 years, which is nothing compared to Phil and Mark. They've been doing this since Dirt was young. I guess I'd like to speak to folks back home. You know, we're doing this project to help raise a few funds for our kids that are now going to Blue Ridge High School, and that's what this is about. So even if you don't like my singing much, how about picking one of these up, because it'll really help out the kids, and that's what really counts.